Hello everyone, and welcome to our YouTube channel, Once Upon a Time Ocean. As you probably know, the ocean is the cradle of life and has been teeming with a multitude of animal species for many years, most of which are a mystery to us. But thanks to the discoveries of many scientists, we can get an idea of what the seabed was like at the beginning of life in the oceans. Today, we need to learn more about the appearance and evolution of marine animals, from prehistoric times to the present day. The ancestors of today's marine species are very difficult to identify with certainty, as they date back billions of years. Indeed, their identification is complicated by the lack of data due to the rarity of their fossils. However, it is thought that the first marine life forms appeared about 3.5 billion years ago. At that time, the Earth was very different, with a very undeveloped atmosphere and a very warm, shallow sea. The first marine organisms were probably simple microorganisms, such as cyanobacteria and single-celled algae. It is only after this that the first major group of life on Earth appears. It is called the Metazoa group. This group will refer to all multicellular organisms. Aquatic animals first appeared about 670 million years ago. At first, there were mainly sponges, and later Cetionaria. Then Cnidarians appeared about 545 million years ago. And other important groups of marine organisms, such as brachiopods and bryozoans, emerged about 500 million years ago, as well as mollusks and arthropods, which emerged about 450 million years ago. It was at the dawn of the Cambrian era, about 570 million years ago, that the first major developments in aquatic animal life began. Indeed, marine animals became very abundant at this time and suddenly changed. They acquired new adaptations due to a chemically changed marine environment. These adaptations are reflected in the acquisition over time of scales, spines, shells, and tubes. This gradually led to the emergence of the animal skeleton. The evolution of marine species also leads to the appearance of feeding behaviors as well as predatory behaviors that can be detrimental to certain species. This is particularly the case in a Cambrian environment called the Burgess Shell, where species such as trilobites, mollusks, and brachiopods live. But these species were more or less forced to evolve rapidly to cope with the predatory species that lived with them. Among the most predated species at this time, we find especially trilobites. Indeed, many predators of trilobites have been found, such as the genus Cynaea, which is a genus of arthropods now extinct that fed on trilobites, or the genus Anomalocaris, an ancient marine creature just under 1 meter long that roamed the seas over 500 million years ago. It is one of the largest predators of the Cambrian because of the presence of sharp bony plates in its mouth that would have had the ability to crush its prey, especially trilobites. The presence of these predators forces threatened species to evolve to adapt. In particular, some animals adapted by acquiring more elaborate skeletons in the Middle Cambrian. It was not until much later that the first marine dinosaurs appeared in the oceans around 237 million years ago in the Triassic period, and consisted mainly of long-necked plesiosaurs and ichthyosaurs, also known as fish lizards. Over time, marine species continued to diversify, eventually giving rise to more complex life forms such as marine mammals, which in turn emerged to become today's cetaceans, consisting of two suborders, Mysticetes and Odontocetes. Ultimately, the ancestors of today's marine species are the products of millions of years of evolution, and they gave rise to the incredible variety of life forms that can be seen in today's oceans. It is important to note that the evolution of marine species is still ongoing, and that new species may still appear. Indeed, animals continue to evolve in response to current environmental conditions, as well as the various challenges they face, such as our anthropogenic actions on their ecosystems. For we must not forget that our actions have a strong impact on the oceans and therefore on the animal species that inhabit them. Today, our objective is to preserve as much of this marine diversity as possible, and for this, each of us must act at his or her level. You can join the fight to protect the oceans by making a donation to Sea Shepherd. This is one of the largest and most active national branches in the world. They have made a significant contribution to anti-whaling and anti-poaching missions. This is why we suggest you make a donation by clicking on the link in the description bar. Every donation is important and gives the Sea Shepherd Association indispensable support. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon on Once Upon a Time Ocean.